Hi, my name is Yasin Guef, and this video is in English because I think it's an interesting topic. And a couple of days ago acquired 50+1 share in PPF Telecom, the telecom assets of a Czech fund. And I will go in details about what's happening, what is the deal, what is happening in the days after the deal was closed. Shortly, what is happening is that there are new people in the top management of the company already that I will introduce shortly. And probably there are new interesting things to happen in the near future. Also, what comes from the official sources, the official statements of the company, is that the new joint entity between E&T and PPF will be looking for new acquisition targets. They don't say if that will be in Europe, but I would presume that this will be the case. But let's start one by one. First, explaining how much is the deal worth and what are the changes, and we'll get at the end to some general information about the money coming from Arab countries and what can we expect in the future. Also, a short disclaimer for those that don't know. I have worked in one of the companies that is acquired when it was back in the time called Global, as part of the Greek OTE and Deutsche Telekom, and then when it got acquired by Telenor, and towards the end of the time when it was owned by Telenor, I left, and I was there heading corporate affairs, responsible for internal, external communication, CSR, regulatory affairs, and governmental affairs. So I have a bit of an inside look, especially on Bulgaria, but also on some of the other companies based in Serbia and in Hungary. Not that much, of course, about the company that is based in Slovakia. But let's start. So the deal was finalized on the 24th of October. And here I quote the official statement coming from E&T, the former Etisalat. This transaction value is 2,150,000,000 euro, in addition to an adjustment of 200 million to account for lower debt position and better working capital of E&T PPF Telecom. This is the name of the new entity. Before that, it was just PPF Telecom. And I continue with the quote: the transaction is also subject to up to 350 million in earn-out payments to PPF Group if E&T PPF Telecom exceed certain financial targets within the 3-year period after closing, and is subject to a clawback of up to 75 million euro if such financial targets are not achieved. In addition, PPF Group has a put option exercisable 5 years after closing for its remaining shares of E&T PPF Telecom, while E&T also holds a reciprocal call option for the same shares. Short explanation: I have made videos on this in the past, although in Bulgarian language. But the reason, this is my opinion, for having this arrangement with the 3-year period, most probably is the fact that there was some disagreement regarding the price. And it was resolved in a great way, very, very smart, because in 3 years, if certain financial targets are achieved, then of course, E&T will pay additional 350 million euro to PPF. If not, then PPF will give back 75 million. Just to be clear, this is great for both parties, because actually everybody wants the companies in all their respective four markets to succeed. So the goal is not for them not to succeed, is to succeed. And of course, I think E&T will be more than happy to give the additional money if the companies in all markets are doing great and if they achieve what PPF thinks they can achieve. Let's go after the story with more details. E&, PPF Telecom Group, announces also new capital structure that you will see on your screen, and financial policy following the acquisition of 50% plus one share in the company by Emirates Telecommunication Group company, known also as E&, the new name. Before the acquisition by E&, the group transferred part of its indebtedness out of its perimeter and disposed of its Czech assets and their immediate holding companies. You see also here on the screen how the debt is reduced in the group and how it's moved out. I won't go in details. Whoever is interested can go on the website and see in details. Let's go further. The group has the potential for acquisition of targets with strong strategic fit and added value for the group. This is possible because of the lower debt. Also, another news, E&, PPF Telecom Group announces changes in the governance of the company, which are all effective from the 24th of October. Small comment in the beginning, in all press releases, it was said that the CEO of PPF Telecom, Balesh Sharma, will stay in the company. And it's clear from the history that the CEO of E&, Hatem Dovidar, has worked together with Balesh Sharma in the past, being part of Vodafone, both of them. So, of course, it's understandable that they trust each other, and it was said that he will continue to be CEO. But actually, the changes are happening at the level of management board. And now they will have 5 people in the management board. 2 of them are from PPF. They've been there before, Jan Cornelis Jansen and Ljubomir Krau. But there are 3 new people. Ilya Kikov, managing director, Jaap Johan van der Vlies, and Murat Kyrgios. Few words about all of them. So let's start with Ilya Kikov. Ilya Kikov actually comes from experience in Morgan Stanley and also the Russian operator VEON, where he was head of M&A, and also he's currently heading M&A with Etisalat. We're going to the second person that is called Jaap Johan van der Vlies. He comes from Sonera, where he managed the Dutch operations of the Telia company group. In his position, he managed the company's legal, tax, financial compliance, oversaw joint ventures, and played a pivotal role in the restructuring and winding down of the Dutch operations. And probably the most important person of those 3 is Murat Kyrgios, who actually will be in charge of finance in the new company. So he's becoming CFO of E&, PPF Telecom. With 24 years of experience in senior finance roles within the telecom industry, he has previously served as group CFO of Turk Telecom between 2012 and 2016 and held various positions including regional CFO, group deputy CFO, and managing director roles at VEON Group between 2016 and 2021. So I think that probably this is a first step, and having those managers in. They will dive in the new assets, and they will see how everything is happening right now. And with the help of everybody at group level in ENT, they will see what kind of changes are needed in all companies. I will do a little bit of comment about the challenges at the end, but there's still information that I want to share with you, and it comes from the local webpage of the Wired magazine, where I will quote what was said by the CEO of ENT, Hatem Davidar. Outside of this majority of so ENT has expanded into fintech, the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and content aggregation. The aim is to reduce reliance on telco for revenue and to focus on personalized services. ENT aims to focus on the segment of one by leveraging the latest data, analytics, artificial intelligence, technologies, and automation to design customized product services and strategies that cater to each customer's unique needs, said Hatem Davidar in front of Wired. So here comes the comment about the companies that I know. What is the problem? ENT is a great company with huge financial resources, with great access to research and development, to the best companies that they can work with. And there is a great structure. I won't go in detail this time, how they have structured ENT in order to succeed and move from telco to something new, more technological. But the question is if those companies in Europe are ready to move in this direction. And in order to be ready to move, they need to have clients. And those clients are two types of clients. First, big corporate clients that will want such kind of new services and are ready to invest in them, pay for them. And the government. So in all cases that I know, and as I said in the beginning, I know Bulgaria, Serbia, and Hungary. The operators are not the strong ones in those areas. There are different situations in the three countries, but to give you some examples, in Hungary you have 4iG. 4iG is a local investor that actually bought the second operator, which was Vodafone. So Vodafone left Hungary, and it was bought by 4iG. The owner of 4iG is quite close to Viktor Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary. The first operator, actually the incumbent in Hungary, is owned by Deutsche Telekom. And actually the Yettel, which the brand that they use in Hungary, O2 is the brand only in Slovakia, in all other three markets. Yettel is the third player on the market. So that means that they will have hard time getting big businesses and government as a client. The same is the situation in Serbia. It's difficult because there is a state-owned telecom, still the incumbent Telecom Serbia, which is quite strong. And they are trying to cooperate with them, but still the bigger player is the state-owned company. In Bulgaria, traditionally, most of the big business clients and governmental clients are with the other two operators, the incumbent, which is Vivacom, part of United Group. There is a process for selling the operator, to dispose the assets of United Group right now, but there is no news about it. And A1. So those two have better market share in those two areas. So for the new company, it will be a challenge to actually change the market situation in order to acquire clients that actually will be ready to pay for new services. And at the end, a few words about the general change and why we are seeing more and more investors coming from the Arab world. I spoke about this in the past. Actually, I have foreseen it before Taval, which is part of Saudi Telecom, bought the co-location assets of United Group, including the assets in Bulgaria. And now we have E-End coming. That will be a trend for the future. I will not be surprised if we see another investors coming from the Arab world. And here is a bit of background on this, coming from a publication which is based the Financial Post in Canada, but actually the article comes from Bloomberg, and just listen what it says. So oil-rich Gulf monarchies are channeling more international deals via state-backed firms instead of the region's sovereign wealth funds, as they seek to diversify their economies and win more global heft. Alongside billions of dollars of sovereign investments, state-run companies in the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, many of which are also backed by the wealth funds, have been involved in at least $50 billion in deals this year across sectors from telecom to renewables and gaming. Although the global investment spree by sovereign funds is likely to continue, more of the strategic deals are expected to be done via the region's largest corporates, such as Abu Dhabi's clean energy producer Masdar, Emirates Telecommunication Group, E-End, and Saudi Arabian Mining Co. Pure Health, majority owned by Abu Dhabi's ADQ, bought one of the UK's largest independent hospital operations in $1.2 billion deal. Avilis, a jet lessor owned by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, agreed to buy Standard Chartered PLC's aviation finance business for $3.6 billion. So as you see, and this is based on the fact that those economies, United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, they've been growing fast. They've been very good in selling oil and gas, and they started to diversify and to try to find new businesses where to invest money. And of course, they are looking to Europe. And this deal, especially with the telecoms, most probably is the first. The fact that they are officially saying that they will be looking for further acquisitions means that they will happen in the near future. Of course, acquisition of a company is not a simple matter and sometimes takes at least a year, sometimes even more. But for sure, they have the financial strength and the opportunity to be successful. And they come on the telecom market in a time where actually the big telcos in Europe, like Vodafone, Deutsche Telekom, they're not looking at further acquisition. The time is also interesting because of the Mario Draghi report on the competitiveness of Europe, which is pushing to have several big telco players on the market instead of the 34 different telco players that Europe has right now. But this is just a goal, and although the European Commission headed by Ursula von der Leyen said that the Mario Draghi report will be actually the program of her new team, still nothing has been done. It takes time. So it will take time for policies to be changed, and also ownership to change and to see consolidation on the market. I wouldn't be surprised if a company like E-End will turn out to be one of those several big players that will stay on the European market. But that's in the future. I hope that this was interesting. And if there is some kind of another big news that requires to have a video in English, I'll be happy to do it. That's all from me.